Greetings friends, I'm Jim Blake, the CEO at Unity World Headquarters. It's always my pleasure to update you on what's been happening at UWH over the last year, and it's a good sign when I have almost too much to pack into one video. The latest and possibly greatest news is that as of September, we are returning to 24-hour coverage on the silent Unity telephone prayer lines. During the pandemic, we had to cut back the overnight shift due to limited staff and remote capabilities at the time. People could still call and hear a recorded prayer message, and they could still submit prayer requests online that were answered. Around-the-clock prayer vigil also continued. Although it's an expensive endeavor to staff the phones between midnight and 6 a.m., it's the wee hours when people seem to need the connection of real-time prayer support the most. So the phones at Silent Unity will be answered all night long going forward. As a reminder, you are always welcome to join Silent Unity in prayer through the online prayer vigil. In addition to the prayer vigil chapel on campus, this virtual site is where our remote prayer associates take turns praying continuously throughout the day and night for all the prayer requests that have been received. This year was the 100th anniversary of Daily Word, and we have celebrated all year long. We focused the 2024 calendar on the history of Daily Word. We honored Daily Word at Fillmore Festival in August, and we published a commemorative book with more than 200 messages from the past century. It will be a powerful addition to your library long after the anniversary year. But the big publishing news this year had to do with Unity Magazine. We acquired Spirituality and Health and blended the two magazines into a new version called Spirituality and Health, a Unity publication. It still has articles about spirituality with more emphasis on health and science. The magazine came with a website, email newsletters, and a robust advertising program that we are continuing. Sign up for the SNH newsletter and also take a look at the SNH website when you get a chance. It has fascinating articles and we'll be adding more, especially on interfaith topics. While we're talking about publishing, we have two new books coming out this fall. These were the winners of the Unity Books Contest last year. Headphones and Heartbreaks is written by two millennial women who used music and spiritual practice to recover from bad breakups. There's a playlist with all the songs that got them through. Then, Reverend David McClure in Spokane has written a book about how he and his wife Donna used Myrtle Fillmore's healing principles in their cancer journeys. You often tell us how much you enjoy using booklets in your ministries. We published another half a dozen new booklets this year. There's one more coming in November about the spiritual wisdom we learn from our pets. We also created a booklet for Black History Month this year called From Black Church to New Thought. Ministers tell us how they're combining their Black church traditions with New Thought teachings, and it has a playlist of the gospel music they love. Our product developer continues to come up with great ideas to put traditional Unity teachings in new packages. Have you tried the affirmation generator? You flip the pages to pick something to release and an affirmation to replace it, and nearly all of them work together. Also, James Dillett Freeman's Blessing for a Marriage is now a wall hanging. And this one I am super excited about. We have our own Unity Lift the Flap Advent calendar for the coming holiday season. Well, that's it for prayer and publishing. The third pillar of our mission at UWH is Unity Village, and it's been busier than ever. We welcomed Unity and New Thought audiences to the Village this year with over 25 mission-based events and retreats. They included the UWM Convention, the People of African Descent New Thought Group, the Fillmore Festival, and several Come Home to Unity retreats. Those were just the ones Unity sponsored. In addition, this year, we'll be managing nearly 300 events ranging from retreats, to weddings, to memorial services, to corporate trainings, and even social events, like birthdays and baby showers. People are coming to the Village for everything. Soon, we will also be able to offer space in the R.D. Goppert Event Center. We have refurbished the 50-year-old Activity Center to provide a large venue, not only for Unity events, but for the community. We're putting a small outdoor lift just outside the event center to carry those differently abled up to the courtyard and fountains. We celebrated the first anniversary of the beautiful new Labyrinth with a 70-person Labyrinth retreat on World Labyrinth Day. We also built and installed a beautiful rainbow bridge near the trailhead where people can come to honor their pets. And we are starting to refurbish one of the historic cottages to be named in honor of the Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman. It's right next to the other Airbnbs we've already opened. Another way Unity continues to grow is in the digital realm. We have a new system called Virtuous. It allows us to easily contact donors, subscribers, and anyone in our database to keep them feeling connected to Unity. For example, a new subscriber to Spirituality and Health might get a series of emails introducing them to other facets of Unity, like the booklets or Daily Word or even Silent Unity. We've been doing this already, but the new system makes it a breeze to set this up or other automated series of emails. That way, no matter which doorway someone comes through Unity, we can help them understand more about who we are, what we offer, and it's customized to their interests. We are also making a major investment in digitizing our archives. A company called History IT is going piece by piece through thousands of letters, talks, videos, and tapes to preserve them for the future, no matter how technology changes. The first parts of this digital museum went live this year with the Myrtle Fillmore collection and part of the Eric Butterworth collection. The Charles Fillmore collection will be coming later this fall. This will make the full Unity archives available online to the public and to scholars and students from all over the world. We will continue to have our physical archives too, and this is something we've talked about for years. Unity Village is now becoming a hub for all the New Thought archives. The Science of Mind Archives and Library Foundation leased space on campus and moved here from Colorado over the summer. We are also now in talks with INTA to move their Addington Archives collection here as well. There's always something fun happening at UWH. It's been an exciting year with some major projects coming to fruition and others just getting underway. We couldn't do it without your support and prayers. And I hope that what we are doing at headquarters in turn supports you and your work in your ministries. As always, thank you for all you do to make a difference in the world with these powerful teachings. May peace and blessings be upon you, your ministries, and your communities. Namaste.
You're the brave ones, I see. We're going to have fun today. You came and chose a great day to have fun. Claire's got her thumb up. I've got my Madonna gloves on. I think we're ready to go. If you didn't get the memo, today's Orange Day, and you'll find out why later. No need to have orange on. Just enjoy all the orange around you and let its life lift you higher. If you're watching online, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us at Unity in Naperville. I'm Kity Benson. I'm the minister here at Unity. Highest Good here is ready to have some fun today. Yeah, all kinds of fun music for you. So one of the first things we like to do is sing and just take in the words that are coming out of our mouths. If it's a new song for you, it won't take you long to catch on, I'm sure. My hunch is it'll go home with you and you'll be singing it all week long. So if you'd like to stand while you're singing, now's the time. Otherwise, stay comfy and let's get going.
Oh, how you feeling? We're rising on the wings of that sound, my friend. 1, 2, 3. Let's sing together.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here.
wish I had thought about the orange boa. I'm in the right place at the right time.
I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome.
Declare that with me.
My soul is welcome here. Your soul,
Oh, do you feel it? Oh, my soul.
My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome.
One more time.
My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
Yeah. Don't you love that? Sometimes I just have to sing a line and then pause a second and just sit in its juiciness. Sit in its juiciness. Let's sit in the juiciness of the divine. Sounds like an orange to me. No, okay. I don't know why I'm saying that. Come on, babe, here we go. Together. Let the joy of the Lord rise among us. Let the joy of the Lord rise among us. Let the praises that we sing rise among us. Let it rise. Let the light of the Lord rise among us. Let the light of the Lord rise among us. Let it shine from within and rise among us, let it rise. Oh, let it rise. And oh, let it rise. Let the love in our hearts rise among us. Let the love in our hearts rise among us. Let it shine from within and rise among us. Let it rise. Oh, yes. Oh, let it rise. And let's take it up. Let the joy of the Lord rise among us. Let the joy of the Lord rise among us. Let the praises that we sing rise among us. Let it rise. Oh, let it rise. And let it rise. One more time. And let it rise. Yeah.
Letting the joy, feeling the joy. We've got to let it sometimes, right? So let's just close our eyes for a moment and come back to our heart space where the joy begins, the source of joy. maybe even a little bit lower. We'll talk about that today. Joy is present because God is present. So in this moment, we say yes to joy, grateful to that divine presence that lifts us up, that reminds us of the good, even reminds us to have a little sense of humor once in a while. And so today we do that. We just put a smile on our face and see if the rest of us doesn't catch up with that. We thank you, God, for that ability to smile and all the good that goes with it. This is the truth of who we are. We are smilers in spirit, and now we let it be. Amen. And will you help me speak our invocation? This is what we speak every Sunday to remind us of who we are. Together, there's only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Thank you. You may be seated.
Love in the words I say, peace in the world I make, God in every breath I take, joy in my day, joy. Love in the words I say, peace in the world I make, God in every breath I take, joy in my day, joy.
We are lifted up. We are lifted up. We are lifted up higher. We are lifted up. We are lifted up. We are lifted up higher.
Love in the words we say, peace in the world we make, and God in every breath we take, joy in our day, joy.
We are lifted up. We are lifted up. We are lifted up higher. We are lifted up. We are lifted up. We are lifted up higher. Sing with me. We are lifted up. We are lifted up. We are lifted up higher. We are lifted up. We are lifted up. We are lifted up higher.
We are lifted. Oh, look at, there's a ladybug in there. How sweet is that? Thanks, you guys. Beautiful. If you are new today, and this is your first week here with us, And you see all these people wearing orange. We are not a cult, just want you to know. We have set an intention for the next few weeks to wear a certain color every week. And it's because we're exploring how to experience the kingdom of heaven within. You know, that's a word or a phrase that Jesus used regularly. The kingdom of heaven is within us, it's all around us, it's at hand. The question is, how do we know that? How do we experience that? And get all the good that's waiting for us. And one of the ways that the Hindus do it is they work with what they call chakras. And it's not just exclusive to that faith tradition. It's the idea that we as spiritual beings, the Christ presence of God within, is within, and it's interacting with our body, with our mind, with our thoughts, with our feelings, and we want to fully experience that spiritual aspect of ourself in all those areas of our life. The Hindus would say that the chakras are energy centers that are where spirit and the physicality of us intertwine. Deepak Chopra described it this way up on the screen. He said, they're junction points between the consciousness of spirit and biology. Just take that in for a minute. There are places within our being where our divine mind meets the mind of our bodies and our thoughts and our feelings. And it's a way to experience all of life from a higher perspective, which is why we came here, to train the ego, the physical, the human of us, to have life from a higher perspective. The divine potential revealing itself on regular terms. So last week we started with the root chakra. The color was what? Red, yes. It resides in our body along these 7 major chakras we're talking about reside along the spine. They're nerve centers. And the root chakra was focused at the base of the tailbone. Its color was red, and its focus was about knowing our sense of stability in spirit, feeling grounded in our life, secure, assured, that our needs are met, that we are supported in life. And that the more often we can remember that, to remember the one source of God is our good, we don't have to fear that we don't have enough. This week, we're looking at our second chakra called the sacral chakra because it's in the area of the sacrum. So that means it's residing down here just below the navel, kind of spreading out here in the reproductive organs, in the hip area, intestines, lower spine area, and kidneys. And we associate this particular chakra with the color orange. Also, it's associated with the element of water. So when we're in water, especially natural bodies of water, it kind of clears the way for that part of our spirit to express in us. And also, it associates with the note on the musical scale, D. I took piano lessons, and the first thing that they teach you is where middle C is on the keyboard. It's kind of right in the heart of all those 88 keys. And C was the note that associated with the root chakra. Today, we're going up the scale to the D note, and we'll hear more about that later. So while it does affect various parts of our lower area here in the intestinal area, it also is very much involved in a couple other ways in our beingness. So I want you to focus on 2 words today. I feel and I create. I feel and I create. And we're going to start with the idea that our feelings are something so important in this human experience. A lot of us have trouble with our feelings. We aren't aware of them, or we might be out of touch with them in some way that we can't access them when we want to. We can't even name them. Ever had that experience? A lot of times when I say, how do you feel? Someone says, I feel like I want to kill that person. Not an emotion, not a feeling. So we're going to look at a list here of ways to process our feelings in such a way that we keep opening the door of that chakra for spirit to express more freely in us. And you'll find out sooner or later why it's so important that this happens. So first of all, today we're going to focus on becoming aware of what we're feeling in the moment. And some of us feel our feelings without any problem whatsoever. But there's a lot of us who don't even know that we're having a feeling, or maybe we're not having feelings because we've learned how to put them away and not access them, not name them. So first of all, I just want you to get familiar with that idea. What am I feeling? And check in and see what comes to you. And then secondly, we want to ask the question, why am I feeling this way? Why is this particular feeling present in me right now? A lot of times we may think I'm feeling I'm going to use the word negative, but what I mean by that is lower frequency, not a bad feeling. It's probably a feeling we would prefer not to have, but when we're in those types of feelings, we might want to blame someone else for why I'm having this feeling. I'm having this feeling because they're hurting me in this moment. Or I'm having this feeling of anger because I just can't control it. Or it's a malfunction in my system of some kind. I'm having this feeling because, I don't know, it's a nuisance. I wish I could get rid of them. But it's important to look into what they are and why we're having them, because a lot of times we'll discover what we think is the reason for these feelings is actually not the true reason. So the next point that we're going to look at is, what do they mean? What's the meaning behind this feeling? It might help you to just say, I feel this way because. A lot of us will end that sentence with, I feel this way because they make me so mad. They make me so mad. I feel this way because that thing happened. So we're pointing to the outside of us and blaming other things, physical things, for why we feel this way. I feel that way because life is just plain unfair. But there is a truth behind this about why we feel the way that we do. And it has to do with what we're thinking. Our feelings are a result of what we're thinking. Just take that in for a minute. Doesn't that automatically bring up the thought, well, gosh, that means I'm responsible? That I can't blame it on someone else. Well, let's keep moving forward on it then. What do we do with them? Rather than blame ourselves and make ourselves feel bad for whatever we're feeling, let's ask ourselves what we can do with them, not stuff them. I mean, let's face it, I don't remember my parents or my teachers teaching me how to deal with my feelings. I think they're actually doing a little better job with kids these days about how to handle their feelings, but us adults, we didn't get that in childhood, we're still struggling and we want to bypass them or ignore them. But there are so many good reasons to be addressing our feelings. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that, you had a feeling get the best of you before you were aware of what was happening and then you regretted it later? Yeah. So that's a good reason to pay attention to what you're feeling and what it means and what we need to do with it so that we don't bypass it. And there's also a good reason to address these feelings because at some point, it teaches us to be more sensitive to our own feelings and therefore more sensitive to what other people are feeling. Some of us, when someone else is expressing feelings that are kind of wild, it's very easy for us to what's your problem, man? Instead of getting still and noticing what they're experiencing and being sensitive to the fact that they're in a place where they don't know what's going on for them or they can't control what's going on for them. So when we address our feelings, we get better at paying attention to what other people are feeling and that we don't just blow off those moments when they're kind of losing control. It also, when we're addressing our feelings consciously, we make better decisions. Have you ever noticed when you get afraid that you just do the quickest thing that you can make the fear go away and it turns out not a great choice? So when you start getting used to what the feelings are and why they're happening, you feel a little bit more in control and you're making better decisions. But the most important reason we want to address our feelings, to get a full understanding of what's going on inside of us when we're having them, is that it's our spirit wanting to communicate with us. There are messages in all of our feelings for us. And the more we learn to tune in and ask the question, what's the message, the more we're able to clear out anything that's heavy and slow and in the way of our sacral chakra from balancing and allowing spirit to unfold more freely in us. So, how many of you have noticed when your feelings are off, but you just can't name what's going on for you? You just feel that sense of discomfort, but also confusion. Like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know why I'm having it. It can go back to being unaware, first of all, that it's even your feelings causing that discomfort, but it can also be wanting to detach because we don't like the way they feel. We block the sacral chakra when we turn away. As I said, many of us were taught to look at our feelings as without value, or that you shouldn't even listen to your feelings. Your feelings aren't trustworthy. Anybody tell you that? Don't trust your feelings? Okay. So also, we know that we're out of balance in our sacral chakra when our emotions are unstable. We're having mood swings. We're over the top with our emotions. We're feeling extremely sensitive. You know, sometimes we're the ones who all you have to do is look at me sideways and I lose it, when really you didn't have any intention to upset me or send me harm in any way, but we see it and we interpret it and our feelings kind of swing over to out of control. Our addictions are also an example of feelings out of control. You know, the need to display our affection intensely can be an example of out of balance in our chakra area. So our mood swings, but also they can interfere, a blocked chakra can interfere with even feeling what you desire in life. They can get in the way of our creativity. So if that chakra is unbalanced, we've done enough to block our feelings from flowing appropriately, then we miss out on the opportunity to create, as we came here to do. Imagine, you don't have to imagine, this is my understanding of the truth. Take it or leave it. You are a spiritual being. You live in a temple, we call it a body, and the body and the ego work together for the most part, and they try and run our lives with the help of the subconscious. All the while, you, the real you, are sitting inside this body as a spiritual being, as a spark off the one omnipresence of God. We're each individual expressions of the divine, expressing uniquely. That is who you are. And you, in my opinion, came here consciously, by choice, to enter into this physical experience in order to find new ways of being, to experience feelings that you never knew you could have. Well, you might have known, but you just couldn't fathom them in a spiritual dimension where everything is bliss, right? Let's go to a place where things are hard. Things are confusing, things are volatile. Let's go there and see what it feels like, and then let's see what we can transform it into. So it's very important that we're paying attention to those feelings because they are trying to guide us in the process. They are the catalyst for these feelings. Now, I said earlier that I don't want to label feelings negatively because I don't want us to judge certain feelings as bad. So let's leave judgment out of the equation when we're looking at our feelings today. I would say that there are feelings we have as spiritual beings outside the body that are whole and light. And so I'm going to call those feelings the high frequency feelings. I think I have a list up here on the screen of some examples. So when you feel joy, or you feel appreciation, or freedom, or love, any of these feelings listed here, enthusiasm for life, those are examples of what your spirit feels all the time. That's natural to our state of being as spirit. That's the nature of God, wanting to express freely through us. And as you probably experienced in this human experience, your frequency does not always stay up that high. So why am I using the word frequency? I know there's some folks here that this might be new to, so let me just go back to that idea of what frequency has to do with anything. Everything is energy. We agree with the scientists there that this is a unified field of energy that we live in this universe. And the spiritual dimension is the same kind of makeup. It's just vibrating at a higher frequency, so much so that our eyes can't detect it. The physicality of us can't usually detect it. But because we've chosen to come in here, our high frequency being to this low frequency body with an ego, we're gonna run into situations where we feel those feelings that are of low frequency. So let's look at that list. Anybody can relate to pessimism? Anybody feel that? A little bit of irritation, frustration, anger, jealousy. Any of those sound familiar? Unworthiness, depression. So these lower frequency feelings are coming from the human experience. And we wanted to experience those, but we don't want to stay in them. We actually have an opportunity to move up and beyond them. So try and remember when you have those moments where your feelings have dropped to that lower uncomfortable level, that this is a product of the ego, that it's not bad that you're feeling these feelings, and there's a message here. Every feeling, first of all, is giving you an opportunity to create something. Every feeling you have is part of the creative process. Now, remember I started this by saying two words: I feel, I create. This is where they come together. Why do you think feel and create wound up together in a single chakra? What have they got to do with each other? Yell it out, and I'll repeat it back. Growth, okay? Feeling and creating has to do with growth, okay? Jake? You create however you feel. What else? Yes. Inspiration is involved, yes. So let me see if this sounds familiar to any of you who've been part of Unity for any time, is our feelings create. Does that sound familiar? I read this week. I can't remember who wrote it down. Sorry, I don't have the author. We put life into motion through passion and inspiration. Does that sound familiar to any of you? Does that sound perhaps like a divine law? That law that we teach here all the time that says my thoughts, which are energy, working at different frequencies, when I hold them long enough, chronically, they become beliefs, now a newer, stronger energy. And as I hold those beliefs in me, I start to have matching feelings, another form of energy at a matching frequency. And these feelings start to become manifest in our life. We start to think more thoughts and have more feelings. More divine ideas or fear-based ideas come in, depending on what we're thinking and feeling. The ideas come in our imagination. We propel them forward with our imagination, letting that picture start to take over in our mind. We start talking about them, and they start manifesting in our life. That's the divine law up here on the screen. We create our life experience through our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. That's Unity's third principle. So this chakra is right in line with that. I feel, therefore I create. Our feelings are strong enough energy that when you hold them long enough, they send that signal out to this universe that is designed to bring back to you what you are being in a variety of ways. So here's the interesting thing. You don't have to be aware of what you're feeling for your feelings to still be creating. Uh-oh. You don't have to be consciously aware. If it's stuffed down into the subconscious, it's still working, it's still broadcasting. And when we wonder, what in the world, why is that showing up for me right now? There's something in the subconscious that might want to be looked at. Go through that process again of processing your feelings. So here's the important thing. When I said that it has a message from spirit, This is about noticing high frequency, low frequency feelings. High frequency feelings are associated with high frequency thoughts. Low frequency feelings are associated with low frequency thoughts. So the better we feel means spirit agrees with whatever you're holding in consciousness right now. When you are feeling good about life, whatever you're holding and believing and thinking about and feeling, spirit agrees with you. That's where spirit stands as well. When we get into the lower frequency feelings, irritation, upset, that's a clue that whatever we're thinking or feeling or believing in the moment is out of alignment with the way spirit sees life. So it's a message. So for instance, I mean, how many times have you ever had an upset or a grudge against someone else? Anyone? Just a couple of you? Okay. The rest of you, get up here and start teaching the rest of this message. So we're holding this grudge, and basically it's gotten to the point where whenever you're near them, whenever you think of them, you get irritated, right? You get upset, you want to lash out, you get angry, and you basically have decided that no matter what they say, they're wrong. And they're basically just an idiot. Okay? So some of you may never get to that point, but I'm just making an example here. Typical human example. There's got to be one person in your life where whatever they say, they're an idiot. That's where, okay. So when you have that thought or you see that person and you get to the idiot, my hunch is there's also a feeling there that's irritated or upset. You want to get away. It doesn't feel good. And when you are in that I don't feel good moment, there's your clue to check in and go, oh, if I'm in a lower frequency feeling right now, what I'm thinking and believing is not in alignment with spirit. Now, we tend to just feel it and then try and ignore it, get away from it, or continue to blame them for why we feel this way. And the belief, again, is you make me feel this way. And the meaning behind that is you don't value me enough. You don't respect me enough. You're trying to take my good from me. You're trying to get power over me. Not based on truth. So any of those error thoughts are creating that emotion within us that is uncomfortable. And that's a reminder, that's not how spirit sees this. Spirit does not look at that person and call them bad or judge them or blame them or feel like they have power over your good. Spirit only knows this. There's only one presence, the all-loving goodness of God, always giving of itself. It is our only source. It knows that. And it knows that whatever you need is provided for. So all that is wasted energy. All that stuff that you're spewing out in consciousness in their direction is not only wasted on them, it's actually bringing you further down. It's doing more damage than good in you. You know what that's like, right? So let's find a way to balance this sacral chakra, to allow that fullness of feeling and creativity to move through us as it was designed to do. Becoming aware of our feelings, and then, this might be new for you, give yourself permission to feel it. Instead of running from it or stuffing it or pretending like it doesn't exist, give yourself permission to just sit in it and feel it until you can start to identify what it is that you're believing. Why do I feel that way? I feel that way because, and pretty soon the ego is going to have a lot to say. And then you go, oh, wait, though, is that true? Is that based on spiritual truth? Is that really about my spirit, or is that about ego? Is that really about the divine all around me, the kingdom of heaven within me, or is that about selfish, protective, fearful-based ego? Figure out what it is. And the way that Esther Hicks would say at this point is to think and feel and think and feel and think and feel until you land on a thought where suddenly you're not feeling so irritated. Now you're getting back more into, frustrating, but, possibly it could change. And then you get tired of feeling frustrated, and now you want to go up to a higher level to where, well, they're not really my source, so it doesn't really matter what they do or what they think because God is my source. And so little by little, if you can keep checking out thoughts that lift you in consciousness and you can feel more relief, you're on the right path to opening up that chakra and allowing the joy of life to come through, because ultimately, this chakra is about joy. It's about feeling the joy of living. So it's life, it's joy, it's creativity. Remember that statement, trust your gut? Isn't that interesting? Trust your gut's been around since I was a kid at least. Trust your gut. They were like talking about their chakra. Little did they know. Talking about that gut feeling, what gut feeling is telling you to do. It's because this is an area where we kind of sense that's a good thought, that's a bad thought. So we can pay more attention to that, and we're not striving for perfection here. We just want to make a little bit of improvement at a time until suddenly that is not an issue for us any longer. And now we're back into those higher frequency feelings, and Spirit is able to communicate with us and give us divine ideas so that we can live a life of joy like we came here to do. Doesn't that sound like fun? So the more aligned you are, the more open you are to these inspirations, these ideas. It's also an opportunity for you to learn to be more empathetic with others about their feeling process. Once you learn, wow, this is work, and I can afford to be more sensitive here to what's going on within me, then you're going to want to be more sensitive to what's going on around you. I mean, how many times does somebody respond and you've got something like, get over it? Not very sensitive, right? We're not in touch with their feelings. We don't know what's going on within them. Once we go through this process regularly, we start to get better at recognizing what other people are feeling. We're more open and receptive to the idea of apologizing when we make mistakes with them and end up living a life that's based more on faith than on fear. Wouldn't that be nice? So we have a few tools to use today, and see which ones speak to you, and then we'll get an opportunity to practice in a couple different ways. First of all, if life is ultimately to get to the point where we feel the joy of life, where we're feeling our passion, then let's start paying attention to those moments when we do. This isn't about necessarily, I found my purpose. I know, God knows, everybody's striving to find what their purpose in life is. But let's just find our joy, okay? Even if it's just, every Saturday for an hour, I give myself permission to feel joy and do the thing I really, really love. I can't make any money at it. That's fine. But that you're giving yourself an opportunity to free the spirit to be the fullness that it wants to be. So start by noticing those moments when your passion is alive, time is flying, you really are in love with what you're in the middle of, and then try and have that more often in your life and recognize it's a good thing. It's not lazy to live in your passion. It's not avoidance to live in your passion. It's living the joy of life, which is the reason that we came here. And if there's a voice in you right now that's saying that's selfish, guess who that voice is? Because Spirit never judges. That's just the ego repeating something that it heard from its mother. Sorry, Mom. Okay, so you're noticing when you're coming alive, and then another opportunity is maybe a couple times a week, especially when you've had a hard day, you might want to just take 5 or 10 minutes with a piece of paper and a pen or talk it into your phone. I feel fill in the blank. I feel fill in the blank. And see if you can identify what the emotion is. There's a couple books. Esther Hicks's Ask and It Is Given has a list of emotions. And Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg has a huge list of emotions. So if you can't quite name it, check out one of those books and see the names of emotions. And then say, yeah, this, I feel this. And then just kind of let it unfold in your mind and in your heart. Why do I feel that way? What does it really mean? Is my belief about it true? What is really true? Does it have to dominate me? Why am I letting it dominate me? Just let it keep unfolding for you so that you get better at being awake to your emotions and catching the reasons why you go there. Remember, the reason we feel is because we think. And what we think is either true or not true, spiritually true or error-based fact from the ego. Hence, whatever emotion is coming up for us. So let's work through them. Am I aligned with Spirit in this? And how can I get there if I'm not? Another thing I mentioned earlier is about hanging out in water. Swim in the lake or the river or the ocean. Stand under your shower and just be drenched in water, or go sit by the ocean and listen to the waves roll in. Listen to the rain fall. Stand in the rain. Listen to a babbling brook beside you. Run your hands under running water. just so that you can experience that, because that element tends to clear out that chakra. So play with water. Also, dance. How many of you are dancers here? Okay, well, before we're done, we're going to see a couple more hands. Dance, and dance to fun music. Dance to joyful music. We don't need any of those sad songs or just like the elephant swinging our trunk. We want lively, life-loving music playing. And while you're dancing, why don't you imagine in your mind's eye your heart's desire coming true? Imagine, or see in your mind's eye what makes you happy. And while you're dancing, you're thinking about what makes you happy. Because what you're doing is you're raising your energy level, that frequency of being, closer and closer to how your spirit feels all the time when it's unencumbered. And when we are in these higher frequencies, we are open and receptive to the guidance, the wisdom, and the creativity of the spiritual mind, the one mind, the supreme intelligence that is here to create. And we become the vessel for that and an extension of that. So dance your rear end off, and then spend some time in meditation and listen to a D note. You can go to YouTube, just type in D note, and it'll bring up that tone. And then just have it playing in the background while you're meditating, while you're getting still. Because that vibration of the D note is what opens up the chakra, the sacral chakra, so that you're more receptive to all the good. And while you're meditating, smile. Smile. As soon as you smile, has anybody seen Eat, Pray, Love, the movie Eat, Pray, Love? And when she was kind of learning this whole thing about meditation, her teacher told her, don't just smile with your mouth. Smile with your heart. Smile in your liver, I think he said. Smile in your bones. Because again, a smile tells the subconscious there's something good going on. I can expect good things. I can be joyful. I can be happy. So we're going to try a meditation today where we get to hear the D note. And if any time you want to break open into an Om chant, you're welcome to do that. Just Om with Mark on the keyboard. Mark, if you want to come up. And then we'll also have some waves playing in the back. We'll have orange on the screen. So one way or another, I think you're going to get into this. And I'll try and help you, okay? So let's take a moment. Let's just start by feeling the chair, our root chakra. Feeling the chair, the foundation. Wow, there's a D. Maybe you can bring that D note down a little bit. I've got a really low voice, but if you've got a higher voice, you might want to go. Every once in a while, you're welcome to do that. So Vadim, let's bring all the volume down. And while you're in your chair, I want you to rock your hips forward. Just kind of lean forward from the hips and lean back, almost like you're on a wobble chair. Almost. I lost my mic. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Is it me, Vadim? I can't hear you. There we go. All right, so wobble forward on your hips and then wobble back. Wobble to the left. Wobble to the right. Just do that a couple times. Maybe while you're emotions are in balance. Just allow that to be true for you. My emotions are in balance. Keep your eyes open and look at the screen, or imagine with your eyes closed a beautiful orange sun hovering over a calm ocean. We can bring the volume up on our waves. Notice that orange sun spreading out, reflecting over the water. I am on fire with a passion to live my life. Creativity flows freely in me. Beautiful orange light. Orange sun is permeating my sacral area. I see myself as water. I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm reflecting this beautiful orange light from the sea, from the sky. Take a deep breath like the ocean waves coming in and going out. Coming in and going out. I'm flowing into a life of joy and abundance. Breathing in like the waves and breathing out. Releasing any unstuck energy, any heavy, low energy as I exhale. Notice the pause between your breath cycle. Just allow that orange light to fill that pause. Every cell in my body is filled with creativity. I'm fluid and free like water, flowing with divine ideas. I find the joy of living within myself. Breathing in joy, breathing out anything heavy. I radiate this vibrant, life-giving orange energy out to the universe. Breathe in life and joy. Let go of anything heavy. I am alive, alert, awake, joyous and enthusiastic about life. Breathe in deeply. Release any heavy energy. smile. I create a life I truly enjoy. I create a life I truly enjoy. I create a life I truly enjoy. The power of joy is within me, and now I set it free to be me. This is the truth of my being, and now I let it be. Are you awake? Have you been carried off by the waves? Can you bring my volume down a little bit, please? So there's plenty of orange yet to be had here today. There's orange food out there. I don't know if you noticed. Make sure you get some orange food today before you go. And next week we'll be doing this with yellow and finding out what all the meanings are about yellow. And I'd like to take time now to share our love offering. It's another way to get to the point in our life where when we give, we experience joy. And you might just want to check what you're feeling when you give. Know, of course, that as you're giving, you're making a difference. You're creating this space for not only you, but the hundreds of people who watch online. And we invite you online, if you have never given yet to Unity, this is a good time to start. As a matter of fact, I'm going to just challenge you. If you've never given to Unity and you've been watching these services regularly, I'm going to encourage you to make that gift today. Maybe a $20 gift for the first time to Unity in Naperville by going to our website, unityinnaperville.org. Or you can send a check to our P.O. Box, 9733 in Naperville, and the zip is 60567. And I know that many of you set up your gifts to be happening automatically. So we just remember that today. We just recognize that substance of finances that we give on a regular basis and feel the joy of that that's happening even now. And we're going to switch things up a bit today and take this moment first to bless the offering. So let's say this blessing together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful. Thank you. Ushers, will you come, please? Ushers, will you come, please? They're stunned. Come on forward. It's okay. And while the ushers are coming, we're going to see if you can multitask, okay? So first of all, I'm going to get prepared for this because, like I said, I don't have a lot of orange in my wardrobe, but there is Party City. Now, I think this is a tutu that many of you could wear around your waist, but mine might barely fit a hip. So I'm going to wear it around my neck. Okay? Just to get the orange on.
I like it.
Yeah.
Goes with the gloves.
Yeah, thank you. And then I'm going to ask Amanda to come on up, and she's got something for you to work with. What's going to happen here is you are going to have an opportunity to get your joy on and let your orange sacral chakra open up and have some fun. We're going to have a song played here in a minute, The band's going to play along. You're going to see it up here on the screen. It's going to have lyrics if you want to sing along. But I also want you to just throw them on out there. We're going to be moving some. We're going to move some balloons around the room, and I'm daring you to stand up, maybe step out into the aisles. If you're really brave, come up here on stage, and let's do a little dancing, okay? Move your hips. Move your sacral area around a little bit, okay? Let's get it going.
Say goodbye to my world. Reasons right. I got joy in my life. In my life. I don't know. Here we go. Yeah. I got joy. I got joy. Yeah. Rebel. It's strange thing. I will stand firm, I'll be alright, 'cause I got joy in my life. When the rain falls, when the sun shines, we'll say, in the hard times, I will stand firm, I'll be alright, 'cause I got joy in my life. Go, Kevin! Go, Kevin! There you go, Kevin. I got joy. Feeling right. I got joy. Feeling right. I got joy. Feeling right. I got joy in my life.
I can't stop. So I.
In my life.
All right. So this is going to be hard if you're tempted to keep batting. I know. What can I say? All right, you can have a seat now. Thanks, everybody. This is too much fun. I'm going to save these for as long as they will. Yeah, great party, everybody. That was fun. Stay. Maybe it'll be here next week and we'll just accidentally mix orange with yellow. And now we have somebody to share our announcements. Come on up, Beth.
Morning. That was a lot of fun. I'm Beth, and I'm here to share the announcements. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. We're really glad you're here. Please complete the orange registration card, orange, get it? At the welcome table and leave it at the information desk. We'll keep you posted about upcoming events. Our virtual newcomers can sign up for the weekly e-news at unityinnaperville.org. The backroom discussion for our online viewers meets today after service. See the event calendar for more info and the Zoom link. Monday Morning Metaphysics meets tomorrow online at 10:30 a.m. They're reading The Power of Decision by Raymond Charles Barker, and newcomers are always welcome. Energy of Spirit meets Saturday at 10 a.m. You'll be learning techniques to keep your energies humming and manage stress. Email admin@unityinnaperville.org or sign up in the cafe. Or get a balloon. Suggested love offering is $10 to $20. Join the healing service Tuesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. at Unity. Reverend Kity and the chaplains will discuss healing principles and pray for your healing requests. If you can't attend, email your requests to prayer@unityinnaperville.org. Join us Friday, October 25th at 7 p.m. for a Halloween movie night featuring The Witches. Doors open at 6:30, so you'll have plenty of time to chat, grab popcorn, candy, a drink before the movie starts at 7. Love offering at the door. Our prayer chaplain today is Steve with the balloon. He can pray with you in the prayer room after the service, or email your name and phone number to prayer@unityinnaperville.org, and a prayer chaplain will call you today by 1 p.m. For details on all of our events, see the event calendar at unityinnaperville.org. And now Claire has a special announcement.
Hello, my name is Claire. For those of you who do not know me, I am here to remind, this is a friendly reminder that we have a vibrational sound bath and labyrinth walk here at Unity in Naperville this Tuesday, October 15th at 7 p.m. This event will be led by Debbie Kermeen. For those of you who do not know Debbie, she is a trained labyrinth facilitator and a sound therapist. So like I said, at this event, you'll have the opportunity to participate in a facilitated labyrinth walk and receive a sound healing by Debbie herself. So what's going to happen, it's going to be right here in this room. We're going to have a canvas labyrinth, a heart-shaped one, right here, and you'll have the opportunity to walk the labyrinth's path into the center, where you will receive a vibrational sound healing from a pure crystal singing bowl, 3 Tibetan bowls, a singing crystal pyramid, a rain stick, and koshi wooden chimes. Then you will walk that energy that you received into the world. So please bring your mat, blankets, pillows, eye covers, or anything else that comforts and supports you in a chair for your sound healing. Suggested love offering is $20. It is limited to 12 people. So what you can do is go to our main website under calendar events and register online, or you can register at the info table right out there. There are only 2 spots available, and tomorrow is the last day to register, so we encourage you to register today. If you go to the website and the event is sold out, please email admin@unityinnaperville.org. So how many of you have walked a labyrinth before? Oh, wow, a lot of you. How was your experience? Yeah, I'm glad you all loved it. So for those of you who do not know what a labyrinth is, it is not a maze, because a maze is designed to get lost, but really with the labyrinth, in my personal experience as well, you find a part of yourself that either has been missing or rediscover a part of yourself that you were trying to find. So personally, before I was introduced to labyrinths, I feel like I was operating on autopilot, meaning go, 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 and I was on a system mindset. For example, I rarely took a day off of work. But this past year, I've had the opportunity to walk a labyrinth many times. Through this meditative and centering experience, I noticed I began to show up differently in life. I've learned to slow down and be in the present moment. So through this realization, I realized that life is not a linear process. Life has many twists and turns, but it is always coming back to the center. So we hope you can come walk the path on us this Tuesday at Unity in Naperville at 7 p.m. And also, if some of you after this service today could help me move the chairs in the back of the sanctuary so that we can, on Tuesday, put the canvas labyrinth out. Thank you. And now Reverend Kity. Oh, okay, well, I'll turn it over to Kim-Char and Highest Good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I invite you to stand as you're able for our last song. You know, Beth, when you were doing the announcements, you said, thank you for joining us. And all I heard was, thank you for joining us. So everyone, thank you for joining us. How did it feel this morning? Yeah? So how this works, so I fill in a word, you repeat the line, you know how it is. Here we go. Start with this. I've got the joy of God in me.
I've got the joy of God in me.
I've got everything I need.
I've got everything I need.
I've got it all, I've got it made, I've got it
Oh, so good.
I've got the mind of God in me.
I've got a mind of God in me.
I've got everything I need.
I've got everything I need.
I've got it all, I've got it made, I've got it
Oh,
so good. One more. And I've got the love of God in me.
I've got the love of God in me.
I've got everything I need.
I've got everything I need.
I've got it all, I've got it made, I've got it oh so good.
I don't know. My hunch is that after we're done, there may be balloon batting. So let me blow that out now. So I'd like us to say this closing affirmation twice, and I'm going to stop you halfway through and show you what the difference is. All right, let's say this together. I create a life I truly enjoy. Now would you do it this way? Put a smile on your face and let's say it again. I create a life I truly enjoy. And don't you feel like you meant it more the second time? Yes, good job, you guys. Hey, please say hey to somebody that you haven't met yet, or you just want to get to know them better. That would be awesome. Ask your name, bat a few balloons around. We're going to play the song again. Yeah. Come get some orange food, hang out with us, and when you're really ready to go, help us move the chairs. Yeah. Love you guys. Have a great week. Oh, wait, you guys, sorry, one more thing. Oh my gosh, I forgot the most important thing. We're giving our giveaway today is an orange bead. So we're collecting our beads every week. This week it's orange. If you missed last week, there's some extra reds to pick up. And by the time we're done, you'll have 7 different colored beads that go on a little apparatus that I can't explain. Ask Beth, she knows everything. All right, have fun, you guys. Thank you.
in my life. I used to wake up feeling real stressed. Now I wake up feeling real blessed. I'm in the sunshine and living my best life.
For a minute I was feeling real until I saw that what I had was enough. I didn't know that I could love this much, but I'm feeling good, feeling right. Every day, every night, I got joy in my life, in my life. Say goodbye, say goodbye, say goodbye to my world, to my world. Please just right, please right. I got joy in my life, in my life, in my life, in my life. Sing it with me, God.
When the rain falls,
When the sun shines,
when the winds change,
in the hard times,
I will stand firm,
I'll be alright. 'Cause I got joy in my life.
when the rain falls,
When the sun shines,
when the winds change,
in the hard times,
I will stand firm,
I'll be alright. 'Cause I got joy in my life.
I'm feeling good, I'm feeling right. I got joy in my life. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling right. I got joy, Lord in life. World can't give it, world can't take it away. World can't give it, world can't take it.
Lord in life, we need you, baby, come on, only tonight. Joy's gonna come in the morning light. We need you, baby, come on, only tonight. Joy's gonna come in the morning light. World can't give it, only tonight. Joy's gonna take it away. World can't give it, only tonight. Joy's gonna take it in the morning light. World can't give it, only tonight. Joy's gonna take it away.
Feeling right every day, every night. I got
Oh,
joy
there he is.
in my life, in my life.
Hit it. Hit it.
Say the word, say goodbye to my world. Breathe and stride. I got joy in my life, in my life. One time, feeling good, feeling right, every day, every night. I got joy in my life, in my life. Feeling good, feeling right, every day, every night. I got joy in my life, in my life.
Well, that was a little party, wasn't it?